This episode of Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons. Special thanks to our Supreme and Master Speakers, Circa Barrakiel, Remy Azalea, Saray Cypher, Omega Cat Comet, Erizu Yamakawa, Arcadia Lunashine, Dramavian, Nina Grimsdaughter, Casey Schaefer, Dimos, Lily Black, Hans Grenade, Sapa Chakwatol, Faris Gentoru, Cletus Oreo, Quick Levin, Luclean Atrell, Stella Bell, Ceres, Icy Lee, Lyria Rain, Pamela Isley, Umbral Wind, Naive Arano, Celeste Rasgris, Elenriel Maximus, Edwin, Bob CC, Fabson Voidworm, Raimi Maverick, Codred No, Mira Miri, Winebow Brood, Bay Barbalay, Kaiser Regina, Uzora Akari, AJ Brainswordson, Suno Shikano, Yowie Wowie, Cheshire Saltiri, Gideon Ura, Buster Gearhold, and Nat Clay. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/speakersxiv. Thank you.
This is Speakers of Eidolon.
Good evening, Aorcians. Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 216. I'm Lukiel Bravestone, and I'm joined today by... Why does that happen now? That's not happened
Every
before.
time.
Georgi Wiston and Rollo Des. Welcome. It is October 10th, 2020. And what a week it has been. Actually, what a Friday it has been. Because yesterday, Live Letter 60 aired. We have news of 5.4. Weird live letter, but we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about the website, 5.3 website, which was updated as well. Not mentioned in the live letter at all. And stay tuned for the post show. You'll probably see why when we look at the website. Also Mogmail, if we have time. Don't think we have. So I'm just saying it just to make sure, just in case we have to pad. We have Mogmail. And stay tuned for the post show. We'll be reading questions from the Syndicate. And that's that. What have we done this week in 14? Rollo.
I've not played that much this week, unfortunately. I did not have as much time, but I did get Warrior to 80, and I got all the tanks to 80 now. So
nice.
I can say
Congratulations.
Warrior is my least favorite tank now.
Yeah.
I just don't like the cooldowns, the defensive cooldowns. I also don't like. I expected that level 80 skill. Super Unleashed, whatever it's called. I can't remember. I thought it would look cooler, and it just pales in comparison to Steel Cyclone or Fell Cleave. Sorry, Fell Cleave. I guess it's just hard to beat a Fell Cleave.
It is very unfortunate that, like, because Warrior used to be the big fun tank.
Yeah.
Prior to Shadowbringers.
Yeah.
And just unfortunately, every other tank got fun new tools, and Warrior is just more of the same, which is fine.
Yeah.
It still works quite well. It's just less exciting now.
Yeah.
So probably won't be doing much stuff on Warrior, even like casual expert roulettes. I'm just taking the Paladin, Dark Knight, and sometimes Gunbreaker. So
okay. Nah. Well, that's sad for Warrior. But also, Warrior has been like the best tank up until this point, so let someone else shine.
I mean, hey, they do have a nearly 1,000 potency attack.
Yeah,
that's off cooldown pretty often.
That's true. Okay, Georgi, what have you done?
Like Rollo, I haven't really done much this week. Just leveled a bit more machinists.
Are things clicking together?
I mean, it's fine. I feel like I agree with people there's like not difficult, but like I feel I'm not playing optimally, and that's what upsets me.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I have the same problem because that's all I've done this week as well. Is leveling.
Oh, you've been leveling Machinist.
Yeah, because I'm done with the other one. So this is the only one I have left. I'm
Saving it for Buzzjar.
76. Well, I'm not. I'm gonna be done before Buzzjar. I'll be done. I'm like 76. I'm almost 77. So
I mean, Bosch it's Tuesday. You're gonna be.
Well, yeah, right. I probably won't have time to do it until May. I'll be very close. I'll probably be like 78 or 79 when Buzzjar's out. So I'll get 1 or 2 levels in Buzzjar. Other than that, you've seen. No, you haven't seen it on stream because you haven't streamed 14 at all this week.
No.
Yeah, that's all I've done. Also, I got very embarrassing. I was it was really late. It was like 2 a.m. I was doing roulettes, and I was doing Alliance, which is like one of the last roulettes I do. I've just been through the MSQ roulette, and I'm like, oh, but I have to do the Alliance roulette. And so I did Alliance roulette, and I was I tend to be active when I do Alliance raid, all the roulettes. Well, like maybe except MSQ. I'm very passive in MSQ roulette. Well, we did World of Darkness, which is the worst one to get.
Whoa.
We got to Cerberus, and I got distracted. I don't remember. There was something. I was just on YouTube or something. And then when I checked back, someone's like, "Is Lukiel AFK?" And I'm like, and I was like glued to them. I'm like, I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna show them.
It's not stream Lukiel. You just can't tab out for like a good 3 minutes.
I was so scared. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna come up on the subreddits. Like, Lukiel Bravestone AFKing in World of Darkness.
Reputation just tarnished.
It was the best run. Like I've never done World of like the Cloud of Darkness any better than I did that day. That was incredible. Okay, well, that's what we've done in 14 this week. Let's jump into recent events. And in recent, I'm just reminded now. Someone said distracted by Kay's cooking. No, but I was now reminded that there is a new video of Kay's cooking that we haven't watched.
Terrifying.
Damn.
Terrifying.
Okay, recent events. Not much to talk about, but there's maintenance planned for October 12th. Wonder why there's maintenance for October 12th. That is, of course, for patch 5.35. It'll take place on October 12th at 10 p.m. This is PDT, which I have no idea what that is in Europe time, but the usual time probably.
Ahead, I think.
Yeah. Let's say 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Sure. Something like that. We
did it. Put it in the calculator.
Yeah. Put it in the calculator and figure it out. All right. Let's. There's not much else to say. The patch coming. The website. It says patch 5.4. I keep saying that. It's patch 5.3 website has been updated because, well, a patch is coming. But it's not 0.4. It's 3.5. Mostly just Buzzjar stuff.
Yes.
Let's see if we can skip to get to that screen. That would be cool. Here we are. All right. Right. We'll begin. Let's see. There's nothing further up here. No. So they added Buzzjar Southern Front stuff. Have we read this?
Yes, we would.
Yeah.
It was. I'm pretty sure it's been there since the start. It just didn't have all the pictures.
Spoilers!
Spoilers! A new picture. This is of a mount.
You think that's going to be like the mount you get for the fancy instance they talk about later or whatever?
Maybe it could be. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I should have started at this one, but okay. Here's a boss. Looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
It's a fucking Zoid.
It does look like a Zoid.
Yeah.
So that's a Zoid, dude.
It also looks very Evilisian almost. So it makes sense that we're considering where we are.
It's from Type 0, apparently.
Yeah, it does.
Is it? Oh, okay.
This is the one you fight. Is this the one you? I played Type 0 when they still had the motion blur problem. So most of my memories of Type 0 is just being motion sick playing it. 'Cause God, that was awful.
Oh.
Here's a thing. Here's another thing.
Maybe from Type 0 as well.
Sure.
Who knows?
Let's just say it's all. Yeah, it's Type 0. Cool. Well, we have to describe it, audio listeners. We're bad at this. Thing built into wall, big spikes, electricity.
It's got two prongs to shock you with.
Yeah. That's.
And then you have a Zoid.
It's something very technologically advanced built into the wall of something very Bosnian.
Yeah. Yep. So that's that. Sky Steel Tools upgrade. This one's new. Nailamard
new.
And his unflappable team of engineers at the manufactory believe they've identified a process by which Sky Steel Tools might be made to sing as never before, but they'll have need of crafting and gathering expertise to see the job done. And there is...
his face.
Yeah.
Now, if only I knew anything about the Sky Steel Tools storyline.
Are you telling me you guys haven't done it?
Have I done the first one?
Have?
No.
I don't think I've... I don't know. I don't know if I've done it. I don't know. Well, cool. That's coming with a patch on Tuesday. And then I think that's it. Oh, there's some new renders as well. There's this. There's that thing in the wall.
That's the prong, man.
Yeah, looks pretty cool.
Prong, man.
It looks really out of place from this game. Like this is weird. But
I mean,
then again, there's
that,
so much. Yeah, I realized that when I said it. It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, and then this.
That's the general dude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lion something.
Yeah. And
he sure looks like a beast tamer.
He sure does.
Is he supposed to be a Garlean? Because they've got the bandana on his head, so we can't tell if he's a Garlean native or if he's a conscript. I can't remember from what they've mentioned about him in the story. He does have Jecht's hair. That is true, chat.
Oh, that's coming. That's a hair coming soon, I guess. Well, maybe he might be our entry into Beast Master when that is added as a limited job.
It's going to be our Gusetsu for this patch.
So many people hopeful that Beastmaster will not be a limited job. They have said so frequently that they don't like making pet jobs. So if it's,
I mean, I'm fine with it being that. So whatever.
I am as well, but if you think it's gonna be a 6.0 job,
unlikely.
I don't know what to tell you.
That is very
no,
unlikely.
It's gonna be a 5.5 job like Blue Mage was.
Probably.
You're gonna be like, yeah, here comes your next expansion. Here's Beastmaster.
Yeah.
Go have fun.
Okay. Well, actually, like making Beastmaster a limited job will give it more room to like experiment. Which I mean, look at Blue Mage.
Weirder stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to play another pet job. I'm sorry. I hate pets in this game.
Well, that's the website. Nothing. That's it. Just some new pictures now, and I'm just happy we're done with 5.3 now. We're done with 5.3. Yeah.
I would say very weird that they didn't show off this new character in the live letter, considering how much time we spent on Bosja.
Yes.
Which we're about to get to.
Yes. We'll segue right into that now because live letter 60 started off with the promise of the first part being entirely about 3.4, only to start
5.4.
Sorry, 5.
What?
Different patch numbers. 5.4. Sorry. I've lost everything. My background, the lights changed color. Everything fucked up. They promised us 5.4 in the first part. Instead, we got like half an hour, or it felt like more, maybe 45 minutes of patch.
Wasn't that long. It wasn't that half an hour.
Patch 5.35. They talked about the Bosnian southern front, the weapon upgrades, the Skysteel tool upgrades, and housing, which is something I'd forgotten. I forgot that they were going to do that. Housing is the thing this patch. But let's talk about Bosnia because it is coming on Tuesday. So let's just freshen it up. I can't talk today. I have had 3 coffees today because I don't have fresh. Whew. This is going to be an exciting episode. New large-scale encounter, the Bosnian Southern Front. Yes, we know that. 72 players, story quests to finish your relic. You can enter this content without actually doing much other than following the quest. But Yoshi P said, if you want to upgrade your weapon, and because you can upgrade your weapon by doing other things like poetics. He kind of jokingly said like you had to farm light or whatever. I think he said something like that. He said, who knows? But he strongly advised you to do Bosnian instead because that's new content.
Could you imagine getting the relic and be like, hey, new content? No, fuck that. I'm gonna like grind.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Wondrous Palace because the window is up in Wondrous Palace. I'd rather do that. Thank you very much.
So, what wasn't made clear to me, at least in this particular live letter, I'm not sure if it was made clear in previous ones, was whether you can mix and match the two methods of obtaining a relic. Can you progress by doing both, or do you only progress by doing one at a time?
I guess it depends on the on what you're getting, right? From the like, let's say they introduce a new system, darkness. So you farm darkness in doing certain thing in Bosnia gives you darkness, but you can also get darkness windows in other dungeons. So you'll farm darkness outside as well. So it doesn't matter where you do it. Maybe they'll make it easier to do it in Bosnia.
I mean, it would be nice though to be like, oh, I'm doing some other content. Here's a few trickles of darkness or whatever.
Yeah.
Trickles of darkness.
I hope it's Atma.
They're not going to make it that. At least not on the first step. I'd be shocked if they did that for the first step of the outside Bosnia version of the relic.
Yeah.
That's like for the next step.
Yeah. They didn't show any pictures of the upgraded relics, of course. But
we didn't get to see that glow.
No, so you don't know what the glow looks like. Just wait for patch day, I guess, because that will be out very soon, knowing this community. They talked about the medal and the rank system. You gain medal by doing special encounters in the Southern Front. He even said outright that these special encounters are essentially fates. So it is the same system as Eureka and the Overworld. Those are I guess those were the skirmishes, or were they?
Yes.
Yeah,
skirmishes are the fates, and critical engagements are the other thing. It's not fate.
Yeah, critical engagements.
The thing closer to NMs.
Yes, critical engagements they need to be triggered through special conditions. He specifically said that killing mobs in the Overworld will not give you much. It will probably not. Wouldn't give you metal.
He said it wouldn't give you any metal at all.
Yeah, and it's like, but why would we even have them then? It's obviously because special conditions. Mobs,
I really fucking hope. I have so much like There's a part of me that strongly hopes that the critical engagements have interesting spawn conditions similar to NM's, similar to S ranks.
Yeah.
Rather than just
discard this item in this area.
Rather than just keep killing these mobs until it spawns.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if you had to emote at the mobs? Would that what if you had doubt them?
A certain amount of people would have to doubt a mob. That would have been cool.
Doubt a mob 100 times, and then we'll spawn.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd need it necessarily to be that. I was thinking more of the conditions like forcing the B rank in the Sea of Clouds to use chirp over and over again, or feeding the Clyonids in the Tempest leeches and making them big.
It'd be easier to do that in Bosja because there's only 72 players in the instance as well, so there's less of a chance of getting idiots in there. That will ruin it.
Most people in there will be there for a purpose rather than just doing whatever they need to.
The train is back, so the train lives. Right?
Yes.
Train is.
Okay, so we should
because there is a limited number of people in each critical engagement.
That's true. There's 48 people. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for the skirmishes there'll be a train, but that's the same as any kind of fate train.
Yeah. Okay, we're not going to go through the how to start a critical engagement. They went through that, but that's we've been through that. They talked about the how to join the critical engagements, having this item that will give you priority. You can get the item by contributing to the critical engagement. I think you'll get this item to prevent people from just joining the instance, just standing still, waiting for an engagement to start, and then apply. So there's that. They also talked about the actual updates to the weapon. Not much though. We've already just kind of talked about it, that you get it outside and inside of Bosja Southern Front. So that's that. That was 5.3. Now 5.4. Finally. Okay. Now I understand that we've been through a bit of a situation in the world that has slowed down things. I was a little surprised that they didn't even have a logo for the patch. No patch art, no logo. We only have the name.
I agree.
Futures rewritten. Coming early December 2020.
That's not
and
too
as
far
I said,
away.
that means Christmas 20.
Yes.
Christmas 2020.
Christmas Eve 2020. That's when you can expect this patch. They've done. So you could argue they've done this before, but last time they showed us the art, and I believe the patch before, it's sort of become normal for them to show the artwork on the first part of the live letter and then the trailer on the second part. But
yes,
I'll skip both next time.
Yeah. I'll give them a pass considering what's happened. All right, so they talked to so because this is part 1, most of what we have is just like a mention of what's to come without any actual details. So we'll have to discuss just based on that. New main scenario quests, of course. They showed one picture of Emmerich, a Vanu leader. Is that a...
I think that's the one from what's his face.
That's the red one. The one with the red.
It's the red one. It's from the tribe that's in the north.
Yes.
West of the Sea of Clouds.
Zundu.
Oxundu.
Oxundu.
Yeah.
There you go. That's it.
And Lucia. Lucia. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Lucia.
I don't remember.
Lucia.
I don't remember hearing NPCs say her name.
Her name is probably like Latin, so it's probably Lucia.
I would think Lucy here as well.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen them, and remember Yoshi P said, remember Heavensward? I guess this is what he's referring to, like, actually just remember the actual MSQ of Heavensward with Emmerich and Lucia and Ogsundu.
That's not his name, but...
No, but Ogsundu, he's representing Ogsundu, I'm assuming. He's not here to just chill. So, I don't know what his name is. I have no idea what his name is.
I have no idea what his name is either. Big Bird Man.
Big Bird Man. So that's all we know of the MSQ. I have no idea what this means. This picture baffles me.
Where could we okay, this is at the docks, isn't it? In Ishgard, isn't it?
Yes.
It's
the
airship
landing.
I mean,
I'm almost assuming that's where the Birdman came from. Like they've met him
presumably,
because this leads to the Sea of Clouds.
Yeah. So
his name is Sonu Vanu. There you go. There you go. YouTube
cool
comments.
I'm well and truly confused to what has caused us to come here.
Yeah, and what does it mean? Why? I don't know. I have no theories.
Why are we in Ishgard? What?
Maybe it just starts there.
Well, remember, the title of the patch is Futures Rewritten. When we had that weird, like, 8th Umbral Calamity flashback, Ishgard was very central to the plot. Remember when we had that cutscene happening in Ishgard? So
I didn't like that cutscene. No. It was very upsetting.
Yeah. So I'm assuming maybe that it's that. Are we gonna... We're gonna be like jumping timelines. It's not what we're doing. We're becoming Doctor Who right now.
We're bringing him itself back.
Yeah. Well,
of course, since we're in Ishgard too, we're gonna see what's his face again.
Oh, Daddy.
Dad.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. Fortom. I can't remember his first name.
Mr. Fortom.
Lord.
I mean,
Edmont.
There you go. And he's going to be like, hey, how you hanging?
Yeah, how you hanging? He already talked to us in the previous patch.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Which was weird. That too was weird. It was like, yeah, there you are. Here we are. Here is Justinian. Okay, this is the thing. All right, well, I'm going back to my first adventures again. Bye. Yeah. So that's exciting, I guess. Well, more exciting, actually, because they show us a new Instance Dungeon concept art. Again, nothing was ready for this live letter, but they had concept art. It's called Matoya's Relict. I have the picture here so we can look at it.
Ooh.
It's really cool.
So I know relict is a real word.
Yeah, it's
T
horrible.
at the end. It's very upsetting.
Yeah.
14 loves to show me some really fucking archaic words, huh?
Yeah. So it's the artwork they showed us looks really, really cool. It's got like a cauldron or like a furnace. What is that? I don't even know what this is. Oh, it's like an oven?
Yeah.
But it's got like a witch's hat at the top.
You know what's coming back though.
Yeah.
It's just a very, very silly chimney.
Yeah. In like a round library, lots of books. It's clearly a boss arena we're seeing in this artwork, by the way. But
the book's gonna play a big part in this sort of boss fight.
Yeah.
You see.
I'm assuming that thing is the boss.
That's a good theory. I hadn't even thought about it.
It has like a face in the top part of it, like angry face.
It does.
Yeah. So it's cool. I don't know. Matoya's being brought in as well, which...
You know what that means? Fucking Anti-Tower's coming back.
No, I don't know why you think that's the case.
What is this Anti-Tower thing?
It's coming back. Just you wait.
So, one thing that it's made me wonder is, are we going to Charlene?
Oh, I don't want to hype it. But I will be very, very happy if that's the case.
But very, very happy if that's the case and we don't go to Carnival.
Okay, so this is like Matoya's like play like her thing, right? So either Matoya, what if Matoya dies?
I don't want that, but I can definitely see it happening.
Yeah,
she is old.
She is old.
She's Louis Suar's age, but then again, Suar was like only 80 something.
Well, I mean that's pretty old in Eorzea, where you die, where I think the average lifespan is a lot lower than 80. Where people die of like fucking crotch rot.
Lifespan in Eorzea is like similar to like the Middle Ages, where like the lifespan is low because the lifespan is low. I think it's similar to the Middle Ages, where like the lifespan is low, in that like the average lifespan seems low because a bunch of people die young. But people that get older live long. Like chat's bringing up.
Well, now you're talking.
Lifespans are up to like 100 years old.
They're like elves. Like elves live long and prosper. Depends on where you live in Eorzea, I guess. Sharlayan, which is a very like intellectual, they are very advanced. They know all about hygiene. I don't think people sorry, Lomensons, but I don't think people that live in Limsa are very good with that. But yeah,
I do feel as if Sharlayans are longer lived than other city-states.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
I see some Archon bread in the background somewhere. It's going to be very high quality.
It's like, the most high-res item in the dungeon.
Oh, you know what? Matoya's making some Archon bread in the big oven.
That's the only way to save her. She's on her deathbed. We have to give her some Archon bread. Yeah. Good. There we go. We've cracked the code. That's interesting though. That's the dungeon for this patch. Heavensward Heavy. But then again, where else would we go? That we're back in Eorzea.
We can't exactly be exploring Shadowbringers areas anymore.
No.
I mean, I could see some stuff happening in Alamigo too.
Yeah. We can, I mean, from this we can sort of gather where we're going forward. We're going... God, what if we're going to Sharlayan? I haven't even thought about that. That's very exciting. Okay. Anyways, we don't know enough yet. Wait for Live Letter Part 2. Okay. New Chronicles of a New Era. The Sorrow of Wurlit continues on. Emerald Weapon was revealed.
An emerald weapon in there.
Yeah, it's got big fat wings. Don't have the picture for that, unfortunately, but there's definitely the Emerald Weapon. We got Rex. Is that Rex?
Rex is the one on the left. Alphonse is the one on the right.
Yeah. So who's going to pilot it? Probably Rex, but maybe they'll do a switch again, and it'll be the other one. And Rex will be like the last one at the end. That's my guess. We keep thinking Rex is going to pilot a weapon, but then it turns out he's not.
Whose data are they going to put in this one?
What did you say, Rollo?
Whose data do you think they're going to put in this one?
I don't know. Who would they put in there
Varus?
now? Yeah, Varus is dead, so Varus would make sense. Yeah.
I'm waiting for a Gaius one still.
Regula is possible.
I think Gaius is going to be the last one.
Yeah. That would be pretty cool.
I don't think they're going to use Xenos just because Xenos is still alive. And I feel as if they want to keep Xenos just for like the
also,
MSQ
please,
right now.
we have enough Xenos. We don't need Xenos in this story.
You don't want to fight a big slimy Xenos?
No.
I don't necessarily think they're going to be big slimy. That was a result of the ruby weapon malfunctioning.
Yeah.
But there's a possibility of some slime.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways. Emerald Weapon, named to be... what does the C stand for?
Confirmed.
To be confirmed. Emerald Weapon. And Emerald Weapon Extreme. They will come with patch 5.4.
I'm surprised we don't even have the name.
Yeah, see, this is the thing with the whole live letter. Things felt... even though they said everything is on track, it kind of felt like we didn't have a lot of stuff in this live letter, which is why they spent like half an hour on 5.35. And then 5.4 is like, we don't have a patch art, we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't even have a picture of like in-game footage of the dungeon you're getting. Oh well. New raid dungeon, for those who... I forgot that was happening. Eden's Promise. They show us a picture of Lips and Girl. And...
Stop calling them Lips and Girl.
That's their storyline. This is the conclusion. No, yes, it is the conclusion. Yeah. Completion of main scenario quest from patch 5.3 will be required, but not 5.4. So you can jump into the raid immediately on release.
I wish it was locked behind the MSQ, because I love seeing world first raiders having to rush through the story just so they can get to their little race.
The important thing they said, which I already pretty much called, was that this story will tie into the MSQ at the end. This will be very important to the MSQ apparently, so that's hype. Maybe hinting at a void thing in the MSQ, because we're very void heavy. Yeah,
chat's making me think something interesting. So Gaia has access to like the Void Walker. Is it possible that Gaia will be able to get the both of them to the source?
Ooh, oh.
You don't want some little baby scions?
I don't hate Reen as much as Mela does. I just feel nothing for Reen.
That's so surprising.
I just don't care enough about Reen. Reen is just was a little annoying to me. But yeah. Gaia as well on the source is weird. What is her purpose going to be after this?
So the very strange thing about Gaia is that she has a voice actress, but because she's not in the MSQ, her voice only appears in trials or in combat.
Yeah, that's really strange. Yeah. Okay, maybe that's why they want to fuse this with the MSQ so she can finally be voiced.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... well, that's actually a good... Gaia being able to travel to the source might actually be a thing, because she has knowledge of the void, and if that's where the story is going, where we're going to have to deal with the void and shit, that makes sense. They would have to bring her to the source. Otherwise, it'd be very annoying.
For a little bit, she had to stay.
Yeah, that's true.
And it could just be Gaia too.
Yeah, that's also possible.
I find that surprising.
I'll be very sad for Reen, because now there's no one left.
And then she has no friends.
Gaia will come back, or maybe Gaia goes in between quests. I don't know. She's like, "How's Reen's doing well?" She says, "Hi, guys."
Yeah, maybe she'll do that, I guess. Yeah, because I don't see where Reen is fitting into the greater story. Maybe for Thancred, it'll be nice to have Reen back.
I mean, but she is the emissary of light. That's still like
that's true.
Pretty big thing.
Yeah, that's true.
It'd be very weird if we bring over Gaia, but then we leave the current version of Minfilia on the first.
Go back and check.
Yeah, go back and check.
She's eating her fruit veg.
Well, it is interesting. The name of the dungeon, or the raid, it doesn't really tell us much. Eden's Promise, but yeah, no pictures, no hints of what we're getting. If it's going to be 8 themed or new or old, reworked primals, no idea.
Not even an arena teaser like with Ramu last time.
Again, strange live letter. Very little to show.
I can understand it a bit more here because like we have no idea where it's going to go, so they might want to keep a little bit longer.
They might want to keep this secret. They did actually show an in-game footage of a girl and lips in front of like a crate, so something exists that they could show us. Then they teased the job adjustments coming up, and literally a slide that didn't have to they didn't have to show us at all. It's what we already knew. Job adjustments, PvE and PvP adjustments. That's it. I think they might have mentioned Monk again, because this is the Monk patch where they will rework Monk completely.
They did detail it a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not.
They wanted it to keep it...
We talked about.
They wanted to keep it like busy still, even after the rework, is what they said. Yeah. Okay. Big news for all the Blue Mage fans. Blue Mage is getting some love in 5.4. Level cap will be raised from 60 to 70. That's really exciting because that means there is a chance that by 6.0, Blue Mage will have caught up to the actual level cap. That's nice. New spells and Blue Mage exclusive gear will be added, and new duties will be added to the Blue Mage log. So more stuff this time in this patch than the previous. Last time they gave something to Blue Mage, right? Because they didn't give gear last time. Well, to be fair, they did give them the log. That was new in the last patch, I guess.
Yeah, the log was completely new last time.
Yeah.
And also the opportunity to remember the Marble Mount?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe one day.
One day. Maybe when this patch comes out, we can do Blue Mage stuff again and maybe get them out.
Yeah, once we don't have to worry about the level sync.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to do it at some point. Or you have to do it min eye level, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, minimum.
I didn't think you have to do it minimum.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you don't have to do it minimum eye level.
I don't.
You can tell that we don't do Blue Mage a lot.
Minimum eye level sounds very cruel.
I think your roll is right,
it's
though.
Synced.
It's synced with echo off. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's not minimum eye level.
No, it's synced.
Sorry,
Yeah.
It's just,
you can't undersize it. Okay. Right.
Yeah, okay.
Skills. I always have fun doing that part.
Yeah.
Hate the leveling. Fucking hate leveling.
Leveling is so easy. Though.
Leveling's the unfun part.
So easy to level Blue
Yeah, but it's
Mage.
not fun.
No, that's true. That's true.
Just cheese it. Just cheese it like everyone.
You can remember in the beginning, like when it was new, you could like, what did people do? There was like a technique. They've patched it out since, I think. I don't think you can do it anymore.
Yeah, because you could.
Other ways.
Oh, there's
the
still ways.
Back then was to.
Oh yeah, switching jobs. That's what you did,
Yes.
right? I see. I see. That was a thing, right? Okay. So that's cool. Looking forward to. I'm looking forward to see what the spells are. Because there's a lot of spells now. Yeah. What kind of spells are they going to put in now?
They're usually pretty fun and interesting. Like,
yeah.
I want to see what they're going to do.
Yeah. And are they adding? No, they're not adding anything to the. What's it called? The Colosseum thing.
Colosseum. They probably are adding to the Colosseum. Like it'd be weird to.
Kind of. Yeah, it'd be weird if they didn't.
Is that implied in just the level cap race? Maybe I don't know. If that's.
I don't.
Because I'm assuming there'll be new quests and stuff, right?
I just feel like there has to be.
There has to be leveling quests, surely.
Yeah. It doesn't say anything about that here, but we'll probably know more in part 2 of the live letter. And maybe before, because usually they have interviews right about now. So we'll probably have interviews ready for next week with more information about 5.4. Save the Queen update. They talked about the relic. So I forgot that they had talked about implementing this, but the Baldessian arsenal of well, it's weird. The Baldessian arsenal used to be within Eureka, but this one is not. This one is not within Bosja, it felt like, because you could just queue up for this, right? This is just something in the duty finder?
Yes, technically it's in Bosnia, but it's not part of the.
Yeah, right. You don't have to be in
72-man
Bosnia
instance.
to get in
What
here.
tab would that go under?
But Delubrum.
Right? Alliance raids?
What?
So we're just getting another alliance raid, essentially?
Well, that's what... Well, hold on. Okay, let's explain. It's called Delubrum Reginae. That's not how you pronounce that in Latin. There's 2 modes, normal and savage. Normal mode has 24 players, no role requirements for matching. And savage is 48 players, and players must form parties before entering. So it's still restricted for savage. You still need to gather the people. That's 48 players before you can enter.
It's a much more sensical number than 56.
Yeah. Also, oh yeah, Reggie. That's what we'll call it. Reggie for short. Have you done Reggie this week? That's what people are going to say. They didn't really show, as usual, they didn't tell us anything else about this content, but they wanted it to become, the reason it's split into normal and savage is because people felt like Baldessian Arsenal was too difficult. Which to me is a bit of a weird thing to say when Baldessian Arsenal was supposed to be difficult. But but
it's a shame they couldn't see the stuff in there, though.
Yeah, there's one of the big mistake they did with Baldessian Arsenal was locking story stuff, like having a story thing at the end of it.
So this is why they're doing this. It's the same reason that we have normal and savage raids now. Like, people were upset that they didn't get to see the end of the Bahamut storyline.
Yes,
because they weren't savage tier raiders back in the 2.0 days.
Yeah. So that now you can enjoy the story and you can just queue up through the duty finder and do it normal. I'm assuming there's going to be drop differences between normal and savage, of course.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be like, able to put that flying unit mount in there. And the savage would,
I suspect the flying unit probably drops from the one-on-one engagements in the Southern Front.
Yeah, because they show it in like the open world. I don't know. Well,
we already see it now.
Yeah.
Would they really hold it over until 5.4 before we can obtain it?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Right. So that's cool. Again, wait for part 2 for more information on that and more visuals, hopefully. Crafter updates. Again, less frequently used actions. We're deleting them. We're deleting some more actions for you.
No, it says adjusted this time.
It says adjusted. It says adjusted, but I'm pretty sure they said that last time as well, and we did lose 1 or 2.
Bring whistle while you work. Make it useful.
Does that exist anymore?
No, it's been removed.
Yeah.
No, they took away whistle while you work.
Yeah, they did. Okay. Yeah, it's good. That's what a stupid action. God, I hated it.
What's the point of getting the fucking specialist thing now, aside from some extra CP?
That's it.
I think there's still 1 or 2 expert exclusive skills, but I don't remember what they are.
It's so minuscule now. They really regret adding that system. They really regret it.
It's not just the extra CP. Chat's bringing up there are specialist exclusive recipes that you can only craft for a certain period of time as a specialist.
Yeah. They will add new crafting conditions for expert recipes. They will not appear for recipes added prior to patch 5.4. So,
I want to know what these new conditions are. We already have like 5.
Yeah. Expert recipes, not something I do, unfortunately. So
No.
You can't macro them, so it's beyond my interest.
Gatherer updates, collectible and ethereal reduction systems have been revamped. The collectible glove action will be removed, and itemware will be removed, putting a focus on gathering attempts and collectability rating. And they showed a pic, and we'll look at it now. And when it first appeared, there was like I felt a sense of dread because this looks an awful lot like the 1.0 gathering system, and I thought, wow, how backwards have we gone? This is not what it is, though. It's just a more visual, like it's showing you more in less.
It's a bar. It's a It's instead of a horizontal bar.
Yeah,
they've made it a circle.
Yeah,
for some reason
they've made it a circle with like 3 lines, and they also have this is for collecting. This is for collectibles. So it's got the 3 collectible icons. What is that like? Is that a pepper? What is that on the right? No, that's that's the botanist icon.
Yeah, it's the botanist icon.
I thought it was a pepper.
This is nice though. I like just having all the like appraiser and meta or collectible shit just on the menu.
Yeah.
And set up because I feel like I always have to hunt for it.
Yeah. Same.
I like the giant hazard sign that has nothing like that you can click on. So I'm curious as to why it's even there.
Yeah.
Click on it, the window just blows up.
So okay. Yeah. It's cool. I like that they're putting so much effort into revamping these very old systems. So yeah, there you go.
Time is a circle. We're going back to 1.0.
Yeah. So they were right about one thing in gathering in 1.0. The circle is better. Okay. That's that. Nope, there's more. Collectible and ethereal reduction systems have been revamped as well. No, sorry. Gathering and perception ratings will have a greater effect on collectability, is what I meant to say. Adjustments will be made to items obtained from ethereal reduction based on their collectability. Also, for gatherers, there's more. Elevation of gathering points can be discerned on the map, which is strange that they haven't added already, because that is so annoying when you're looking for something there's a node you haven't done before, and you're in like Kalusha, and you're like, okay, well it must be here. No, it's on this like little ledge in the middle of the mountain near the waterfall. Fuck you. But now you can see if it's above or below you.
They're adding them bit by bit, elevation markers to everything. Eventually we'll get them for fates, possibly.
Yes.
Man, maybe one day we'll be able to see like gathering points on the full map and not just this little tiny compass.
What a dream that would have been.
God. Or
too many details.
Too much. No. The spaghetti can't hold all those meatballs. No,
just give me a filter, like press mining or botanist.
Oh yeah, so it removes everything else and just shows that could have probably worked. Probably.
It's kind of a good point, because you don't need fates when you're crafting. You don't need to see them.
Okay. But wait, there's more. Fishing.
Hell yeah.
Fish eyes will be adjusted. And no, they're not adjusting the eyes of the fish on the icon, which is the first thing that's how much I fish. That I'm like, they're fixing the icons? Are the people been complaining about the eye placement? So you will no longer be required to use fish eyes to catch fish, and it will allow players to ignore the time requirements for catching fish. So that's big.
That's a very nice change.
But the weather one, the weather ones I feel like is more annoying. I can wait like an Eorzean day for a fish. I can't wait for the right weather to show up to catch this fish.
Yeah, but when it's a combination of both time and weather, it was horrible, because sometimes you'd have to wait like 10 in-game days to like get the right window. Now you just need the weather, which is sometimes more frequent than just the time.
Yeah. So that's that. Ishgardian Restoration. Wait, did they not? Is that later when they talk about?
It's later.
Oh, okay. Weird. They should have done that after that. Right. So Ishgardian Restoration. They talked about how the 4th phase will begin with this patch. The restoration
final.
Yeah. The restoration is scheduled to reach completion with this, and commemorated with a construction of a monument. And this can potentially be unique for each server. Well, not for each server. There are not that many crafting classes. But the monument will be based on the crafting class with the greatest contributions during a certain period. So, culinarians?
Period.
Get on it.
Period is interesting. It makes me think that the period hasn't happened yet, and it will be exclusively a section or a moment of time in 5.4.
Yes.
This is like extremely cynical. I don't fully believe it, but I feel like when the statue comes out and you see all the different ones, it's just gonna be like a Hero model, like just like with a stone texture skin, and then just holding whatever tool they have.
100%, 100%. And they're all gonna have the same pose as well. It's just the thing in the hand that changes. Yeah.
They're gonna have the paladin pose.
Yes, yes, yes. That's 100% what's gonna happen.
They'll make it an Ellison.
Oh yeah, that would make more sense since it's Ishgard. But
also, I am worried that this is going to be another scenario very similar to Valentine's Day, where everything's going to be the same.
Oh.
There's less reason for that to be the case this time, because there's no cute girl crafting class that everyone will.
Yeah. Justice for Bert. That was his name, right? Wasn't it?
Justice for the other one.
No, Bert was the coolest one.
Green.
Team Yellow, always. Okay. That was that. No, there's more. Sky Builders rankings will open. New items will count towards your seasonal score. The usual shit. The same title as before, but new achievement. And this will be the final ranking, coinciding with the conclusion of the Ishgardian Restoration. So you had 3 chances to get this title.
Maybe this
3
time.
chances to get top 12.
I thought everyone would have a chance, huh, Yoshi P? Is that what you said?
I thought so too. I thought that this was going to happen more than once every patch.
I think we can conclude now that Yoshi P lies. Skysteel tools. Further enhancements for Skysteel tools with this patch. Probably 5.45, but still, there you go. Unreal trial update. They couldn't even tell us which trial. A new trial will be selected.
I hope it's not a Realm Reborn one.
They said we
will be.
They said we would be quite excited, but again, based on what? I don't know who he's talking to. But sure.
Let's get hyped for King Moglomog.
They
Unreal.
did say that they'd made.
No.
They did say that. Yeah, I think it's Titan because I believe they said they wanted Titan as the first one, but they thought maybe that's too much for the first one. They also said that for Unreal, by the way. It's almost the identical thing they said with Unreal. No, sorry, Ultimate. I mean Ultimate. What was I going to say? Yes, they said that Shiva was a bit overtuned. They had made her a little too difficult for something that you're supposed to do once a week.
Well, I thought it's not that she's difficult. I think her DPS check is too high.
Yes, her DPS. I think, from our own experience, she hits too hard and she's got too much health. Boring mechanics because it's a fucking Realm Reborn boss. I don't know.
Do something cool. Do Ravana. I would want Ravana.
I'm sorry, but I just don't think Shiva is fun. I don't think the Shiva fight is fun. That's just how it is. It's like if they made Thorn March as well. That's not a fun fight.
I will say Thorn March is more technically complicated.
That's true. It has more, that's because it's a 1.0 fight probably. That's weird. That's like the odd one out in A Realm Reborn. But I think it's because Tanaka had a finger in its base design. Okay. No, he didn't actually. That's actually a Yoshi P. I lied. I'm spreading misinformation about Good King Moglomog the 12th.
Yeah, load of this guy.
Yeah.
Lying.
Just like Yoshi P, I'm lying. Treasure Hunt is getting an update.
Woo.
We're getting the roulette.
Took him long enough.
Delve deeper into the secrets of Liagia.
It is the same point when we got it in Stormblood, but surely they would have realized that we wanted this earlier.
I don't like the doors as much. I like the roulette a lot more.
Yeah. it's kind of scary looking arena. It's got like a vomiting frog in the center, and then two like fucking monstrous frogs with their mouths wide open on the left and right. Are there more dots this time? Like more?
No, it's the same number.
Oh, it's the same. Okay. I don't remember. It's been so long. I don't even remember what the shifting altars looked like. So that's cool. New stuff and just some straight up gambling. Fine, good.
I need the high of gambling. Okay, the doors aren't enough.
No. Ocean fishing.
Yay!
Finally, an update to ocean fishing. You thought they'd forgotten about it. No. Here it is. New routes will be added. What are we getting? Doesn't matter. But let's say.
Where do you want to go?
Siren Song.
I would be very
interested. It's very far away.
They're never gonna do this. What I want them to go to the north of Vilbrand, like along the side of the volcano, like on the side that the kobolds live. That would be really cool to see. But I don't think they'll make new stuff for ocean fishing.
One.
Yeah, that's true.
The Dravanian one is new.
That's true. Well, it is using existing map asset. Like I don't know if they'd like.
If it's far away, you can kind of get away with it pretty easily too.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not gonna if they give you the north side of Vilbrand, Likil, you're not gonna get what you want. You're not gonna get a close-up view of their little society there. No,
that's true.
They could give us dungeon locations. They could give us one like that's like off the coast of Hullbreaker Isle.
That's true. Yeah, they could do that.
Maybe like the little cove near Sastasha?
Yeah. Well, aren't we already there? Like, like in the cove, right? Like because you can actually, that's true. Yeah.
Or in front of it, I don't know.
In front of it, we already have because that's like outside of what's it called? What's the lighthouse? That's like literally we can see Sastasha from there from Farotherius. Yeah.
It's I also don't know if that would be that exciting in terms of like the location is exciting. But like lore wise, I don't see how the fish would be exciting.
Maybe there's
for Sastasha.
Yeah. I feel as if the fish you catch in Sastasha would be similar to the fish that you catch in like
outside
the Strait of Miltor.
Yeah.
For cove fish.
Costa del Sol, we already kind of have a boat. Can we still use that, by the way? The one standing.
Also, Costa del Sol is already.
Oh, it is already. Yeah, you can even see the boat from the boat. So yeah. Okay. What about the east side of Eorzea? There isn't much there, but
Pagelthan?
Yeah.
We're not going to say Pagelthan.
No.
You guys are very wishful with this.
How about Turncliffe? Outside Turncliffe.
That's very far away as well.
Yeah. Could be on a cruise.
That's the northeast of Eorzea.
What does it matter? The boat doesn't even exist. Remember?
I know. I agree.
It's a magical boat.
It's a this is a months-long fishing trip.
If it is a magical boat, it can't be.
Let's just go to the first. Fuck it. Let's go to
the. It seemingly takes place in a day.
Let's go to Lakeland. Let's go fishing in Lakeland on our magical boat. Yeah. Right. Additional objectives will be added, and also re-embarking after abandoning a voyage will be restricted. So it'll be a cooldown.
You can't leave your group of 24 after having a look around, being unimpressed with your fisherman friends.
Silvertier Lake. I don't think there's the fish in Silvertier. How did they live?
Or something.
Yeah.
There are quite a few fish in Silvertier.
Yeah.
A lot of them are like mutated, but I also don't know how we'd get there. Because it is a lake.
Magical boat. Okay. That's that. Triple Triad.
Yay!
Rules.
I'm very excited about a lot of the things in 5.4.
These are cool things. Triple Triad. Rules and UI will be revamped for ease of play.
That'd be cool.
I don't understand the UI will be revamped for ease of play. It's not exactly the most complicated UI in existence.
No. I will say this. I've never thought... I think the Triple Triad UI It's a little ugly.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I disagree with you there.
So I hope they fix that a little, because yeah.
I agree with you. I don't know what's happening in Triple Triad most of the time. I know big number beats small number, but then sometimes I play something and the entire board flips, and then sometimes they'll play something
plus?
and then my entire board flips and I lose. I get very upset. I stop playing Triple Triad.
I think you only need to worry about being confused when the rules are plus or same.
Used to love plus, especially when I played.
That's the only scenarios in which those happen.
Yeah, plus was my favorite rule in 8. That could like fuck up everyone if you just knew how plus worked. Unfortunately, it's been a long time since I was like a grandmaster of Triple Triad in 8. So I don't even remember most of the rule sets anymore. I think I could do plus still, but because that was like my thing. I
can understand plus and same. I sometimes don't necessarily always follow how they combo, but I understand how they trigger. I can sometimes follow it a little bit.
The combos are annoying. You're like, oh god, he got my card. Combo. The whole board is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes. Periodically held tournaments will be. Sorry, I'm skipping ahead. New rules and tournaments will be added. A new rule set to battle opponents with a deck of randomly chosen cards, which was a thing in 8, which I forgot about. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
This is cool for fighting against other players.
Yes, that's true.
This will be very infuriating for fighting against NPCs if they lock Triple Triad cards behind NPCs that you have to use random cards against.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I can tell you, their pools of random cards will be a lot better than your collection of like 26 1-star cards, 26 2-star cards, and so on.
Yeah. Yes. Well, the random rule already exists. That is true, but it is. Yeah, that's true. We already have random.
I don't think the NPCs any NPCs use it anymore, because I think people found it infuriating.
Also, they bring random back. Is that what's happening? I don't know. Because, yeah, random already exists. What is the difference here? Rule set to battle opponents with a deck of randomly chosen cards.
Is it cards that you don't have?
Maybe? Yeah, it says deck of randomly chosen. It doesn't say a deck of... I don't actually know what that means now that because, yeah, random definitely exists in the game. And that's what I was thinking about from 8. I think it's random cards to make a deck. Random from your cards and not your deck.
Oh yeah. The version of random that already exists is just like you don't get to pick which of your 5 cards you use each turn.
There you go. Yes. Okay, so it's just random cards. Yeah. Okay, it's exactly what it says. Right. Periodically held tournaments.
I don't know why that's they're held every 2 weeks, Rollo. So I don't really understand why this is being mentioned.
Well, apparently this is more involved, from what I could tell from what they were saying. But so when you participate in the Triple Triad tournaments today, do you have to battle another player?
Yes, you can only actually. You can fight against the NPCs in the battle hole, but those are the only options you have. But otherwise, you have to play against players.
Yes, right. And you can do that anywhere, right? You can just go to someone and be like, play. You just, as long as you've applied for the tournament. I think
you have to be in the battle hole.
Oh, it has to be in the battle hole. Forgot about the battle hole.
It used to be able to do it anywhere, but I think they've made it exclusively battle hole.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what that is when it comes out. Dome Mahjong.
Ooh.
To your friend Rollo.
Yeah, to GC.
Yeah.
Mahjong.
Tonpusen Quick Match is now available.
I don't know what this means.
You could do it quickly somehow.
The matches start fucking quick, that's for sure. At least queuing up for them. I'm gonna be there for a while.
Possibly it's just like one round rather than once you get to the end of the round and like,
Can you do that in Mahjong? I thought you get to go through a full set.
It says 10%. This is a new rule.
Yeah.
Roller. I don't know how much that works.
Georgi, I just want to say you are you have like robot energy today. So when you do too much, you become a robot, and it's quite funny. Okay, yes. Quick match. Don't know what it means. You'll be able to play quicker, I guess, which is good. UI will be adjusted. Dora indicator can be changed to show the tile before Dora instead. I have no idea what I just read, but I read it, and some people will understand what that means. The discard pile indicates whether a tile is Sumakiri, discarded immediately after it was drawn or not.
I understand that more.
Yes. Because it explains. It actually explains what the term means. It indicates whether a tile is discarded immediately after it was drawn or not.
Because in real Mahjong, you'd be able to see them pick up the new tile and then discard it.
Yeah.
In our version of Mahjong, it gets put into the hand and there's no way to tell that it's the tile that they drew.
I see. Okay. Miscellaneous updates. New violin instruments will be added.
Whoa.
Yeah. So violin instruments. So multiple instruments of the violin family will be added. So
yeah, you got the viola.
Yeah. Cello.
Cello. Wait, I got it's one's coming to me right now. The fiddle, but we already have that. Never mind.
That's just the violin, isn't it?
A fiddle is well, no. Fiddle has fewer strings, doesn't it?
Does it? Let me investigate.
Because we talked about the Norwegian fiddle. That one definitely has fewer strings, and that's called a fiddle, and not a violin.
A fiddle is a bowed string musical instrument, most often a violin. So fiddle is like all violins are fiddles, but not all fiddles are violins.
Right. Fiddle is often used for musical styles that lean in the folk direction. Yeah, okay, I see. Violin, on the other hand, is typically used for Western classical music and jazz.
What were you going to say, Rollo?
Right?
What?
Already?
You got cut out.
Like, isn't there already a fiddle in 14?
I feel like you're the one.
You're the one who should know this, Rollo. You're the...
Yeah.
You use this more than we do.
You guys don't... Wow. You guys gotta have some fun.
I don't think I've checked out any of the new instruments. It doesn't interest me at all.
Pretty sure that, there's the fiddle.
There is a fiddle. Okay.
See, remember, Rollo, that Nikhil is the man that was given an accordion and chose not to play it.
Yeah.
You could have been a cool accordion guy.
In fact, they also wanted me to play the violin. We have like 3 violins at home.
That.
And I'm like, no. Don't want to play the violin. I regret that now. I wish I could play the violin. That's a very difficult instrument to master.
I wish I could play an instrument too.
Yeah.
But
grab a harmonica. It's pretty easy.
I can play a little...
top 3 instrument.
Okay, right. Let's jump to the next one. A new system for fixing multiple materia. This is a funny one. Essentially, what they presented it as first was you stack up. You get the amount of materia you need. You go to a menu and you just click affix materia, and it'll affix the materia. And now, in your mind, you should be viewing this as like quick synthesis, right? It'll do that, and then it either if it failed, it'll just keep going, and then you could always stop it. Like if you're like, okay, I've spent like 25, I need to stop now. I don't know why it would, because you've already bought 50, but just say you panic. No. That's not how this is gonna go down. You have, let's say you have 99, or let's say 200 materia, crafting materia. You want to add to your gear. You go to the menu and you go like, affix all materia. Done. We spent 199 materia. The last one worked. Congratulations. Gone in an instant. That's how the system works.
I'm glad.
Yeah, it's
terrifying.
Yes. It is a really scary thing, but boy, is it going to save a lot of time for people that pentameld and shit.
Material isn't that expensive these days anyway.
No, it's not. I think I understand why they can do this instantly, and quick synthesis and desynthesis cannot. Because this is only removing items from your inventory. It is not adding items to your inventory.
That's true. Yeah, because that was one of the questions that came up during this was like, why isn't desynthesis like this? Why do we have to watch as our character goes through my 600 fish in search of bikinis between all the sand? Yeah, I guess it's why, because yeah, it's nice though. There you go. And this might be a test, like to see how this works on this system, and maybe we'll get it for the synthesis one day. They'll figure out how to.
Can we quickly think about that? Imagine if you just caught fish in hopes that they would transform it into swimwear.
After you debone them,
you just pull out like a
after
bra.
You you erase them from existence.
Yeah,
you never know. You might find the latest top upper fish.
Yeah. Okay. A new thing they've added is the ability to link quests in the chat window. So if you want to help someone out, you can show them the quest. The thing is, though, if you post a quest in chat that someone has not done yet, it'll just appear as question marks.
Great.
So yeah. So I thought about this after they've said it. I'm like, wait, what is this point? What is the point of this? Like, if I want, it's like, how do I unlock Pharos Sirius? I don't know why I said that, but let's just say that you have to do a quest. You do, don't you? Is Pharos the side content? Yeah. And then you're like, you have to do this quest. Question mark, question mark, question mark. And then you're like, well, okay. What does this mean? You can't help them because the quest, does it still open the quest? He didn't specify that. Does it just hide the name?
Doesn't. Well, the idea is more so you're supposed to... They want people using this to ask how to do quests they've already started.
All right, they're already on the quest.
Yeah.
But the quest is telling you where to go. What would be beneficial of giving them the link to the journal entry they already have? Maybe
it's so you can see where it starts.
Maybe they can be like, "Hey, I'm doing this quest," and then link the quest and be like, "The instructions are unclear," and then you can help. Maybe
I think it's more like, "Hey, I want to unlock Coil. I'm level 50. I just don't know where to fucking go."
Yeah.
And then you just link it to them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can someone help with the first time dungeon for the quest, for instance? That also works, I guess.
Also can also help with like those quests where they provide you that large red circle, and then people like the NPCs exactly here.
Yeah. Okay. And also, if you're like playing with friends and you're like, "Where are you in the quest?" Like they're catching up and like, "I'm on this quest." Okay, I can start to see more use for it now. Okay. Yeah, so that we're still on miscellaneous. That's going to be the rest of this. They talked about PlayStation 5. Well, they talked about playing 14 on the PlayStation 5. They said that you can because the PS5 is PS4 compatible. You can just play. You can just play the PS4 version of 14 on the PS5. And because you're playing it on the PS5, the PS4 Pro settings in the system configuration menu will be available. So this is actually a more painless transition than from PS3 to PS4 because you don't even have to buy the game. You can just play the PS4 version on the PS5.
Sure is like awkward though if you have they make a PS5 version, because what's that going to offer me? Like,
yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. To me,
higher fidelity graphics for 14.
They might introduce. new graphical updates, I guess, that you can only activate, on the PS5 at some point.
What? You already have the Pro mode that you can use on the PS5. So it's like...
You know what I think they'll do? They'll do what they did. It will be painless regardless, because you're now on the PS5, right? You're playing the PS4 version, and all they have to do is do what they did with the PS3, and they'll be like, here's a code that will allow you to transition for free to the PS5 version. Fixed. Faster load times. Yes, they did say quick load times, because the PS5's load times are insanely fast. So that's a big upgrade for PS4 users, I guess, because that's the one struggle now with console players, is that they still have somewhat longer load times than average PC players. Well, especially PC players that have the game on an SSD. Yeah, so that's cool. They did specify that this does not mean that there's a PS5 version coming, but it also sounded like there probably will be down the line. But it is not a priority. Obviously, they don't have to prioritize it right now, because you can just play it on the PS4. Right. Then they showed us this very strange picture. So they kind of ended the live letter with a picture of people running in a dungeon, the Grand Cosmos, on mounts with like was there mounts. And we were very excited because we thought, are we going to be able to revisit dungeons without mobs? And turns out that's exactly what it is. Introducing Explorer Mode. So you can explore dungeons you've previously completed. But unfortunately, only dungeons added in the 5.x series for now. But they will be adding more in the future. They specifically mentioned like Orem Vale and stuff. So they're definitely going back and adding it to the other dungeons as well. No enemies. All obstacles will be cleared. So it'll be as if you've cleared the dungeon. Mounts, minions, and fashion accessories allowed during excursions. And striking dummies can be placed to allow for actions to be used. So... yeah, it's nice. The reason, obviously, for striking dummies is to get those cool action shots, so you can like have cool backdrops for your character, I guess. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I wonder how many people can go inside a dungeon for a tour together.
Yeah. Well, they showed multiple people here, so and you can apparently.
The picture has 3.
Yeah, he said that you can enter the dungeon in this through the, I think it was through the duty finder. You just check a box, exploration mode. So I'm assuming up to 8 people. Like you can undersize it and go exploration mode or whatever. Or if exploration mode is already undersized. It doesn't matter how many people you put in a 4-man dungeon because you're not doing content.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they would put an arbitrary 4-man restriction on a dungeon like that, because you're already breaking the intended purpose of the dungeon.
I don't disagree, but I feel as if that might be one of those spaghetti things that might be harder to change than you think.
Maybe. We'll see. Well, you can already enter a dungeon undersized with 8 people. Can't you?
No, you cannot.
Can you not?
No.
Oh, I guess I've never tried that. I don't know why I would. Okay, well... That's probably spaghetti then. I don't know. That's weird though. That's stupid.
I do wonder though what is going to happen to dungeons that like drastically change after you clear it.
Yeah.
Like someone's in the chat. Siren Song is one of them.
Yeah,
like,
that one's
not dark brooding anymore.
Yeah, Siren Song, the Burn. There are a couple of dungeons that are quite different after you've cleared them.
Probably why they haven't added any of those yet, because they're probably trying to figure out like the fuck are we gonna do.
Dawn Meg too. That changes as you're going through it.
Actually, every single Shadowbringers leveling dungeon.
Yes.
Yes.
The sky.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. We'll see how that goes. That is cool though. I want Orem Vale for no reason. Okay. Well then, we got to the point that I'd been waiting for. The Fan Festival status update.
Whoa, we're going to London.
No, we're not. London has been cancelled. for obvious reasons. Not a surprise to anyone at this point, I think. So yeah, no, there's no physical FanFest planned right now. There will be an event in February 2021 to announce new information. They said, I wonder what we'll talk about in that one, what we'll announce. And I thought, obviously, the expansion. But then they said, and then also that's followed by a 14-hour broadcast. So that's going to be a bad day for us. So just want to mention that. It's probably looking at like 17 hours of content that might have to be covered in some way, or that we have to pay attention to.
Do you really think the keynote will be 3 hours long?
Well, do we know that that's the keynote?
Well, I would assume that the event at the start is similar to the keynote.
Well, the digital FanFest is on a different time. That's in May. Which is why I'm so confused by this. Are they going to have the keynote separate? And then what will the FanFest be then?
I don't know.
No.
Well, they could they could do the thing where like they show off the short version of the trailer at this event, and then they show us the full trailer at the FanFest.
And okay, yeah. So
they don't have to. This could be similar to just how they split FanFests. Like we get some of the content in February, and then we get the rest of it.
Yeah, but why aren't they calling the first
May.
one FanFest? Why aren't they saying that there are 2 FanFests? Why is it an event?
It's not much of a fan fest if no fans can fest.
No, but
also,
they specifically called the May event a FanFest. Digital FanFest.
Maybe they'll be... Maybe because you have to pay for certain parts of the May event.
God. Why? Oh, there's going to be like a concert, probably.
Yeah, they probably might have the concert. And then you have rights to stream it if you pay for it.
I don't think you have rights to stream it if you pay for it.
Not to stream it, to watch it.
Oh, yeah. They're considering shifting to a digital FanFest. Please stand by for further information. They did then specify that there was going to be that in May. That picture is missing here. Yeah. So that's what all we know of that. That's how it is. We're getting a digital FanFest.
Maybe next time.
2023. That's.
Glad I don't have to go to San Diego though.
I wonder if they'll.
Why are you so against the West Coast?
Don't. It's so expensive.
I wonder if they'll just go.
Is that your only reason?
So far away.
Well,
too.
but
not. Sorry, go ahead.
I wonder if they'll just keep the same locations because they've already promised those locations.
I suspect that will be the case. I don't. San Diego, I can see changing a little bit more.
Yeah. But in Europe,
and maybe the USA and the Japan ones, I can see changing. The Europe one, I would be surprised if they moved out of Britain because that would be very mean.
Yeah. In Europe, there are usually 3 countries that they change between. So it's UK, Germany, and France. So yeah.
Those are the only languages that matter.
Yes, those are the 3 languages that the game is localized to.
Madrid, guys.
Nope.
In Gibraltar, it's still the UK.
That's true. I don't know if they have any good venues in Gibraltar.
Pretty small.
Yeah.
Flood the city.
Yeah. FanFest Oslo. Not happening, Eric.
Like a thing in Helsinki. It wasn't a fan fest. It was like a fan gathering.
It was a gathering in Denmark as well.
Sweden as well.
And Sweden. Yeah. There's been everywhere but Norway. Was there one in Norway? No, I don't think there's been one in Norway.
I mean, I don't think there has been, but I also wouldn't be surprised if you didn't know because you would have been so uninterested in going.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter where it is. I'm not going. Okay. Right. So that's FanFest stuff. They also announced a new feature on the Lodestone, the Community Finder, which will launch on October 13th. So if you're watching on demand, it may or may not have launched already, depending on when I get the video up. It is a new lodestone feature where players can recruit and find in-game communities. So basically an FC finder or link shell finder. It's not in-game yet, but there is an option you can access the lodestone. Yeah, through a button.
It's like how there's buttons for like the play guide in-game.
Yeah, yeah. So that's cool. Much needed. It's been needed since A Realm Reborn. So
I will say, I got my first FC through lodestone posts. I think.
Really?
I didn't do it. My friend was like trying to find a way to get a good FC, and they asked. It wasn't in the official forums. I want to say they made a blog post on the lodestone, and then someone responded to them. And then I got invited as well.
As someone who has played this game entirely, like from the beginning, without like in my own FC, I have no idea how it is to find, like, the struggle to find an FC.
People just, I feel like that's how it's happened for me. I just made my own finally.
Yeah. I remember recruiting. That was hell. Yeah. Well, it's easy now. I can't even think. Trying to think now, I almost got a little anxious thinking about how it is to get a free company now if you start the game. Like, how the fuck do you even begin?
Get invited
you get flooded with invites. I know that. I've made enough alts to have that happen. But that doesn't tell me much. And also, it's kind of annoying. And like, well, how dare you? How dare you come here and send me random invites? I don't know you. Yeah. Okay. So easier now. Easier on the 13th. If you post a free company recruitment listing on the community finder during the campaign, you'll receive in-game items to share with members. This campaign will start on launch October 13th and will last until Tuesday, October 27th. So make sure you put a posting up so you can get apparently a shit ton of fireworks.
Yeah.
Woo! Exciting.
Notice fireworks, right?
I hope I get Magic Prism Mithril Eye. I want many of those. Yeah, there they show the glow sticks. They show the poof thing. So
yeah. I suspect these are the fireworks we'll be getting, and not ones that you can obtain by the hundreds in game already.
Yeah. So yeah, go do that. Also, last thing that we need to talk about.
Been waiting for this.
It was time to show off some merch at the end of this live letter. Yoshi P shows off some artwork framed. It was the patch artwork for patch 5.3. Then they showed the price. This artwork, this essentially, and I know people are going to be like, oh, but it's so, it's art. Printed artwork, $300, 30,000 yen plus shipping and VAT for those countries that have that as well, which is most countries, I think. So you'll have that on top of it. Fantastic. Worth it. Worth hanging up on the wall. Well, you would after paying $350 for it. How do you feel about that?
Hanging up on the wall.
Yes, it is $300. Yes.
I thought most of them, because I just saw them in passing. I didn't pay too much attention to the slides. Like, oh, okay, they're just selling like prints, like framed prints or something. Like, okay,
yeah.
Cool. I wouldn't mind some of that. Did not see the $3 price tag.
Yeah. That's like that, and don't give me this shit about. We know what framed prints are, by the way. Like, framed prints can be. I mean, Ringo Starr sells art that's like thousands of dollars that he's made in paint, but this is patch artwork.
It's not just patch artwork.
Well, some of it isn't. It's from the art book. $300. Have they lost their? But the thing is, I'm not going to spend too much time ranting or overtime, but they can make anything and slap any price on it, and it will sell. And this to me was the final proof. I was already at it with the acrylic, like plastic things that cost like $30 for like plastic with a little print on it. $300 for
that expensive
for a
They're
poster.
Like
oh, whatever, too much still.
That's just the nature of Japanese merch, though.
Yeah,
I showed
that's
you the
true. We can shrug that off as that. But this is a poster that's framed for $300.
Man, for $300, like that's the minimum, like a low baller amount for like a nice painting.
Yeah,
like that's like an actual painting.
Yes.
This is a print.
This is a print.
This is a print.
Yes.
Like, you could go to some websites, I'm sure, where you could drag and drop some patch artwork.
You could play like one of those canvas websites.
Yes.
You could give them one of these images.
Yeah.
And you could probably get a canvas for about less than $100.
Yes. It's on a canvas.
not.
Someone mentioned, I think when we covered it live, that it would be a better investment and even cheaper to go for like a full like a highly detailed like commissioned piece of your character and have that framed, and it would still be cheaper. An actual art like that has been made for you. This I don't know. I can't. This is. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know about this one, Square Enix.
I would like to see these prints in person because I'm curious exactly how high quality are they to be demanding, because they played it up about like, yeah, these are high quality.
They're framed. They're high quality.
I'm like, what is so nice? I want. Are these museum quality? Can I put this up in the MoMA?
Just remember, $300 print, 1.5 Fat Cat plushies.
That too. That's wild.
Are you making the correct decision?
Oh my god! It's $100 more expensive than the Fat Cat plushie, than the big, like this massive plushie.
Okay.
How much are the statues? How much are the statues?
Like $250 normally max.
Are you fucking kidding me? And that's $50 more expensive. Can you think about that for a second? What the fuck? That's wild. I'm sure we're gonna get. Someone's gonna be like, there's gonna be some art can't be valued. You can't put a price on art. That's true, but this is reprints. This isn't the original. If this was like the OG work, I'm sure it'll be up in the like thousands of dollars, surely. If that's like actually painted by someone and you have this is the piece, but this is a reprint for $300. Okay, my rant is over. I'm done.
I want to know though, if you had to get one poster.
Yes.
Or sorry, print.
Mm-hmm.
Which would you get? I mean,
the Estinian one is cool. Bad. I like the Estinian one.
Do you have the link?
Yes. Here, I will.
There's one. There's one of Estinian that I think is pretty cool, and one that I haven't seen like a million times before.
There's actually 2 Estinian ones.
Oh, the one with the eye in the background is pretty cool.
I assume that's the one you were talking about, because the other one I think is more frequently seen.
Yeah.
Pretty horny looking dancer Alral. My place, I'd feel a little embarrassed. Oh, look, there's Xenos. He's doing the one post too. He's learning.
Yeah. Not worth. But if you want to pay $300 for this, then you are free to do so. You are the master of your own economy, I hope. So you can buy this if you want.
I don't. They've picked a picture that I would want.
No, there's nothing here that I feel like I have to burn off $300 on here.
But you have to get one.
What?
Even if they were
even
if they were cheaper than $300, I don't think. Like if they were $100, I don't think I want any of these prints still.
No. No. This just isn't the product for me, I'm afraid. The
Nidhogg and Estinian one is the best one here, or the most intriguing one to me.
Album cover.
It does kind of.
Actually, this poster has made me appreciate the Fat Cat plushie way more, because it is still $100 cheaper than a fucking print. Good Lord. We have reached a new... I don't know if it's a new low or a new high for merch, but good Lord, we've hit some sort of milestone here. Okay, well, that's how
they get you. That's the same principle with the Final Fantasy XIV Online.
And that's how they made Lukeal Braystone buy a Fat Cat plushie. Okay, well...
I'd support you if you did that.
I'm not, but that is wow. The reason I'm not getting the Fat Cat plushie is that I know that there's going to be issues in shipping, and it's going to be a hell when...
Plushie. What are they going to do?
Well, it's so big, and I feel like they're going to be like, wait, $200 for this? And then they're going to be like, there must be drugs in it. So they're going to be like opening up, and it'll be like stitched together when I get it. Like, oh, we have to check it.
I think will have a zip. I feel like it will work like a regular beanbag where like there's a zip that lets you get to all the stuffing inside. But I want to imagine that they send you the skin and the beans separately, so you have to stuff it yourself.
If this was the 1.0 era, that's how that would have worked. I'd be like, oh, we couldn't assemble it. Assemble it yourself.
No, if this was the 1.0 era, they'd send you a beanbag and then a sticker of a Fat Cat's face.
Yes, you just put the eyes. That'd be funny. Oh, that'd be funny. Well, it would be funny in theory, but imagine how infuriating it would have been.
Sad in practice.
Okay, well, that's the end of the show. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm sorry about the rant about the poster. I'm sure the YouTube comments are going to have a great time with this one.
Read the QA bits?
The what? No, we don't have time. The QA bits with the UI. There was the last part was a QA with the UI man.
We don't even have that in our show notes. They basically explained a bunch of how we can't have nice things sometimes.
Yeah. We might mention it in the next episode if it's worth it. We'll see what we find. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We don't have time for Mog Mail. Surprise. But we'll definitely read it probably next week. Yes?
Very quickly.
Oh God, how did we
new skin? Yeah.
God,
there wasn't a slideshow of it.
No, let's talk about the blue skin.
There was a slide.
There was a slide
in this collection of them.
It isn't here. Annoying. That's fine. They showed the blue skin or the blue theme for.
No, skin. I like the word skin. Thank you very much.
There's a blue theme coming with 5.4, or was it? Did they give us an actual patch for it? Or
I think they said 5.4.
Okay. I have a little bit of a problem with it. It's a little bright. It's a little
very bright.
Yeah, it's not the blue that so when I imagine it, I imagine the 1.0 like dark blue that we've seen in the Ruby weapon in the Stars of Whirlit text boxes. This one is more like bright, and I want blue. Yes. Right? Yeah. The one that we were shown?
Yes.
No, like it feels even brighter. I don't know. Yeah.
It feels like a blue that you would see in a menu that is not designed to be overlaid a screen.
Specific. Okay.
Okay. Yes. My theory is that they had to pick a shade that wasn't too dark or too bright because of the text. Maybe too dark a blue would obscure icons that have blue in them. I don't know. I'm trying to.
I feel like the color they've chosen makes some of the text a little bit hard to see.
Yes,
still.
We saw that in the screenshot. Actually, yes, some of the text were difficult, like especially like purple. Seem to like blend with the color a little. They might still adjust it. We'll see. Maybe there will be some feedback for that now.
I want to think this is not the final version they're going with.
Yeah. All right. on that note, it is over. Thanks for watching this episode of Speakers of Eidolon. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Remember to follow on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/Speakers of Eidolon, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV, exclamation Discord in chat if you want to join our Discord server. If you're watching on demand, links in the description. Send us mogmail at SpeakersXIV. No, yes, at SpeakersXIV.com/speakers. No. SpeakersXIV.com/mogmail. And if you're watching live, remember, post-show is coming up. We'll be reading questions from the Syndicate and have a jolly old time. So make sure you catch that as well. Did you say boo?
No, woo.
Oh.
I mean, I guess boo to you too.
Boo to you too. It is Spooktober after all. And tomorrow, Spooktober continues. So make sure you catch that as well if you're not watching the post-show. Okay, that's the end. Goodbye.
Bye.